Hello again, this is Ryan Starr from the Rabid Canadian YouTube channel. Today we're going to be scrapping out a printer, scanner, copier. It's the Epson Stylus NX230. I got this at one of my pickups. She didn't say if it worked or not. I was looking into possibly using myself. It was better than what I already have. In some ways it is, some ways it isn't, but I also looked at the reviews on Amazon and they were absolutely horrendous. So I'm not going to try to sell this, even if it does work, because there's a good chance there's going to be problems with it and I don't want to have to deal with that. So I'm just going to scrap it out. So far I've moved 2 screws. I really don't see any other ones to take out. So we're going to take a look at this and see if we can't get it taken apart. Let's get started. Okay, so here's the Epson Stylus NX230, I think it was. So I don't see any other screws. There's one here and one in the back there that I took off. I'm guessing it's going to have some more stuff under there. Where did I put my screwdriver? There it is. Now let's see if we can get this taken apart a little bit. See if we can't find where the screws are. There is the first part. Looks like we got some foam stuff in there, mostly plastic. So I'll clean that up later. More plastic. Okay, so far what we see here, let's turn this around. Okay, we got a motor, a little board here. Right now I'm smart. Curious with just getting the plastic off at the moment before taking it. Plastic. Plastic. This is the scanner part. We will get to that in a minute. Just gonna get it out of the way for now. Okay, so we got faceplate. Okay, ink cartridges. Okay, for these you will see gold connectors, gold plated, that can be removed for gold recovery for a later point. But right now I just don't want to make a mess, so I'm going to set these aside. Or any more than I've already got my room mess. And get some of this stuff removed. Okay. If I'm not correct, this is probably just the Wi-Fi card. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll look into it a little bit further. Take a closer look at that later. Okay, here, we got the face plate removed. I'll take that apart in a little more detail in a minute. Okay, we got another board out. I'll take a closer look at that in a minute. Okay, for these, so we get a good angle on this. Again, crappy camera. I'll get a closer look with these, my phone probably as well. Got all these little pins here are gold plated. That's going to be removed for gold recovery at a later point. There's also a little board back here that will get removed. I'll clean this up at a later point. So we got a copper bearing motor. I'll probably end up keeping this for a possible future project. This is just all steel and a little bit of plastic. Let's clean that up a little bit later. And we got second motor. Okay, the rear end of this is just going to be plastic. That's just a little bit of metal and other stuff in there that I can remove at a later point. This that I just popped off was the power supply from the printer. Nothing probably too special about this. That could be kept for a possible future project or just scrapped out additionally for things inside, but there's not going to be much in it, so let's take a look. At the scanner portion now. Okay. Looks like we got two screws at the back. Okay, so we got a piece of glass. So I might be able to use that for something. A broken picture frame. I don't know if it's about that size. If not, just chuck it. More plastic. Okay, more plastic. Lots of plastic in these things. Okay, we got this thing with board on the back. See if we can get a closer look at that. Got some ribbon wire with silvery looking connectors on the end. Okay, this is just plastic for the most part, maybe a little bit of steel. We'll clean that up a little bit better later. Here we got another little motor. Looks like we got a little brass fitting here. This looks to be like a little stepper motor. You can tell that by the feel of the, when it turns, you can feel almost little clicks almost. It's not smooth, basically. It's the best I can explain it. You got a little chip there, a little board here, so that could be used for a different project later on. Let's see if there's anything of interest in here. On this board you have a little faint little spots of gold plating, nothing too spectacular or anything. A couple MRCCs. See if we can get a better closer look at the boards when we're done. I'm going to try very careful on getting this out. Don't know if it has anything in it. It looks to be a glass tube. If it's not already broken. Seems to be intact. We don't see anything in it though. Not correct. This would be the light that passes over, I think. Like I said, I don't know a whole lot about the workings of a printer or scanner or anything like that, so that'd be my guess though. We got the faceplate. It's probably not going to be anything too spectacular in here either, but again, with scrapping for precious metals, every little bit counts. Okay, so let's pry this baby open. And plastic. And the rest of the faceplate plastic. More ribbon wire with silvery connectors. And here you just got the faceplate, nothing much here, you just got these little buttons, which a lot of times will have little silver plated connectors, tabs, which will be processed as well. Pretty sure even LEDs have a tiny bit of gold in them, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But we can always take a closer look at a later point. Okay, so let's take a look at at least the somewhat decent things that we got out of this. So here we go, these are the boards that I got out there, and for those curious, yes, I do play video games, mostly PlayStation, but I do want to possibly get more into other systems. Okay, so let's take a look at this board. This is probably the better of the boards that we got. Okay, right off the bat, you see this chip here with the little gold corner. Okay, that will obviously have some gold in it. I can pop that off. IC chips. This looks like a little mini BGA chip. This in here will have some gold connectors in it. Nothing huge. So yeah, that's about it on that one. These chips may have a little something in there, but again, probably nothing to write home about. But again, every little bit counts. This board, this, I can't remember what it's called again, but if I could get, I might be able to see gold around the edges. That will have gold in it, and possibly some silver. This flat pack possibly has some gold and silver. Little, guessing that's IC chip. And any other MRCCs or anything on there that can be taken off. These will have possibly some silver in them. And this is what was in the printer that connects to the ink cartridges. You can see these are gold plated. Basically remove this plastic off there and it should come off fairly easily. You also see a lot of little gold, I think they're pretty much just test points for testing during production or whatever. You might see a little bit of gold under this pad here. Generally if there's gold on this side of the board, a lot of times you'll see gold underneath there. If you don't, chances are it'll be copper or something along that lines. This board, again, this is the power board. Copper spooling there. Copper bearing motor, even though it's not a motor, it's a transformer, but that's generally what they end up getting called. And if I can find the relay on this thing, I'll take it off, but don't know. There's this one, but I don't know if it's a relay or not. But yeah, nothing too awesome about it. Okay, here's one thing I was trying to show earlier. I'm not sure what it's called, but basically it's almost like a timing thing, if I'm not correct. There's a wheel that spins through here, and I can tell where it is by shining a light through it or something along that lines. I'm not 100% sure. And yeah, that's, last but not least. And this is not. See the little gold-plated pins. Don't know what this, if it's just like steel on the side or something along that lines. Don't know. But yeah, that is close up the boards we got for a scanner, printer, copier. Okay, so that was the scrap of a Epson Stylus NX230. Like I said, nothing really too special. Yeah, so like I said, there's, again, every little bit counts. My next video will probably not be a scrapping video finally. I'm doing some seed starting of pear trees, grape seeds, and lemon trees seeds. That may be ready next week, if not the week after, but it should be ready by next week. And again, sorry this is a little bit late, I'm kind of busy, and like I said, I'll try to keep it up on my scheduled Wednesdays for releases. Okay, if you have any questions, comments, or just kind of cool ideas you want to see done, comment below. And again, thank you for watching, and you have a great day.